What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what time it is? Well, it's time for us to revisit one of my favorite penny stocks. This may be my favorite penny stock because my other favorite penny stocks have graduated. They're no longer penny stocks. And congrats to anybody that got into those stocks when I first mentioned them. Well, here's another one for you, okay? Pay very close attention. I've talked about this one before. It's done a name change, so if you don't recognize the ticker symbol or the name, that's probably why. Now, this stock used to be known as Transenterix, ticker symbol TRXC. Today, it's trading under the ticker symbol ASXC and has now rebranded itself to Asensus. So it's actually called Asensus Surgical, and it's only a matter of time before this company explodes. You're about to find out why, because you're going to get to meet the CEO. Well, you're not going to get to meet him in real life, but at least you'll see him on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. His name is Anthony Fernando. And then you're also going to get to listen to the CFO, which is Shamish Rampertap. So make sure you guys are paying attention. Make sure that you don't go anywhere, because we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If you're new here and you want to learn how to use stocks and options to make your portfolio go parabolic, make sure you start now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss an upload. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another video. I almost said Transenterix video, but then I would be lying, because that's not the name of the company. But the only thing you should be concerned about right now is what you're about to be doing. Well, you're about to be watching the ICR conference. I downloaded it for you guys so that you guys could watch it, because I'm curious to see what everybody thinks about it and what everybody thinks about the company. Now, of course, this applies more to people that are not familiar with the company, but even if you are holding the shares, and even if you found out about this company through my channel, I still want to know your thoughts. How many shares are you holding? Let me know all that stuff in the comments below. And before we get started, don't forget to smash that like button. Otherwise, my feelings are going to be hurt.
Your presenters for the day: Anthony Fernando, President and CEO, and Shamish Rampertap, EVP and CFO. Anthony, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mark. Good afternoon, everybody. And we're looking forward to telling you a little bit about Transenterix.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
So a quick read through the forward-looking statements. You can find this on our website.
Okay.
I'm really excited to tell you about how we are bringing the benefits of surgical robotics to the laparoscopic surgical market by digitizing the interface between the surgeon and the patients in what we refer to as digital laparoscopy.
Okay.
I will show you how utilizing our Senhance system in these procedures can increase control and reduce surgical variability, which can improve patient outcomes. Importantly, we can bring all of these benefits to bear at a per procedure cost that is similar to laparoscopy, which is incredibly important in today's cost-conscious healthcare environment. First, let me give you a quick snapshot of the company. We're the first and only digital laparoscopy platform, a significantly differentiated addressable market, which I'll get into here shortly.
Yeah.
Our product is FDA cleared, CE marked, and approved in Japan. Currently, we are building awareness and ramping up clinical adoption. We are also well positioned to bring augmented intelligence and machine vision to surgery. Just a high-level company snapshot. As I mentioned, we have active clinical sites in the US, Europe, and Asia. Awesome. We've completed over 4,000 cases to date, 140 global employees, and 100 plus surgeon users. We are headquartered in Research Triangle Park, North Carolina, with R&D facilities in Milan, Italy, Yokneam, Israel, and then commercial offices in Switzerland and in Asia Pacific. We talk more about our system. Let me share with you our market opportunity, which will further underscore why we are laser focused on converting laparoscopic procedures to robotics. On the left side of the page, you will see that the current market for traditional robotics is very large and is projected to grow significantly over the coming years. However, if you look at the right side of the page, you can see that the current robotic platforms, as well as those in development, are primarily focused on converting 4 million open surgeries to robotics, making these procedures less invasive, can reduce length of stay in the hospital, and thus justify the higher per procedure cost of current robotic platforms. The larger opportunity is to convert the 6 million surgeries that are performed laparoscopically to robotic surgery. We are uniquely focused here, and only a robot with low per procedure cost like Senhance can convert these procedures successfully. When you think about laparoscopy, laparoscopy is a widely used surgical technique, and it carries, just like anything else, it carries limitations, inefficiencies in the OR, ability, and workforce challenges. Digital laparoscopy, as we develop digital laparoscopy, we seek to address these limitations, and you will see how we address these as we speak more. Because there have not been many competitors in the surgical robotics market historically, many people assume that robotics are one size fits all. Nothing could be further from the truth. The Senhance system and our focus on digital laparoscopy is unique in the market among both existing robotic systems as well as those in development. Let me explain a little of our system in contrast to the only other surgical robotic system that is currently on the market. Primarily, when you think about the motion of the system, we mimic laparoscopic motion that is familiar to laparoscopic surgeons. Our instruments are fully reusable, and as a result, the per procedure cost is significantly lower. Our instrument sizes are 5 millimeter and 3 millimeter, which is very similar to standard laparoscopy instruments. And there are several very unique features of our system, such as haptic feedback, eye tracking camera control, it's open vision system, and boom arms providing space around the patient, and articulated instruments. And like I said, digital laparoscopy, we really try to follow the fundamental principles of laparoscopy and make it easier targeting the laparoscopic surgeons. Here you can see an image of the overall system. It could be 3 or 4 arms, depending on the configuration that you'd like. And there are many firsts. We're the first robotic system with augmented intelligence and machine vision capabilities. We're the first robotic system to offer the security of haptic feedback. We are also the first robotic system to offer simultaneous controlled visualization, which means the surgeon can control 3 things at the same time: left hand instrument, right hand instrument, and with their eyes, they can control the camera. To date, we've performed 86 plus types of procedures, so it's not just a system that caters to one procedure. And also, we've set a new standard in minimally invasive surgery with 3 millimeter instruments on a robotic platform. And again, we have a broad set of instruments to perform all different types and varieties of procedures. Just to give you a snapshot of how we have been performing clinically, we've been having a very nice growth curve. When you look at 2018 to 19 in terms of case volume, we grew our procedures by 192%. And that momentum continued in January and February of 2020 with very similar growth rates. But then due to the pandemic, we saw pretty significant slowdown in our procedure. So as a result, we ended 2020 little over 1,400 cases, which is approximately 10% decrease in surgical case volume, which we are hoping to continue to ramp up as the pandemic settles and we are able to get more surgeons trained. In this slide, you can see that we have very broad applicability. The system, as I mentioned before, whether it's for general surgeons, gynecology surgeons, urologists, bariatric, colorectal, we have broad applicability across different specialties who have who can adopt the system. Think about digital laparoscopy. It's really more than a robot. The robotic manipulation is one dimension that we are focused on when we talk about digital laparoscopy. We continue to develop our open platform architecture so that we can offer the best-in-class technology, especially in visualization, to surgeons, and those are also surgeon preference devices. Intelligent scene cognition, augmented intelligence, I'll speak more about those on the next slide, giving you some examples of how we are advancing the technology there. And also connectivity and operating room workflow, those are also very important elements in surgery to be able to offer a holistic solution. Let me move to talk about the intelligent surgical unit. The ISU really adds a new cooperative component to robotic-assisted surgery by enabling intraoperative real-time augmented intelligence capabilities in surgery for the very first time. It has the potential to change the role of robotic-assisted technologies in the operating room from being transactional with the surgical team to being cooperative with them. This really signals a significant and meaningful shift in how robotic-assisted technologies and value in surgery gets created. This technology will provide true competitive advantages to laparoscopic surgeons globally, and even the playing field, giving surgeons a shorter learning curve and confidence to use digital laparoscopy when performing surgery. If you look at the images here to the right side of your screen, it's really these are some of the features that we've already launched. This product's FDA approved and in clinical use in the US. It's a means where the vision system is able to identify the image, the instruments, and wherever you move the instrument, the camera moves along with it. So it's one less thing that the surgeon has to take care of during the procedure. The ultimate goal with this device is to reduce the cognitive load of the surgeon. So the surgeon can really focus on what matters and not have to pay too much attention to the device that is being used. At the bottom of the screen, these are some of the additional features that we to advance this platform and introduce as software upgrades moving forward. The first image, defect identification. This is a feature where we are able to identify a defect and provide the surgeon with accurate dimensions so that the surgeon is able to size the mesh appropriately and get it right the first time around. Point-to-point measurement, another very important feature. For the first time, we are enabling the surgeons to measure extremely accurately in 3D space digitally. So the surgeon can measure whether it's margin or any other, measure any anatomy, they could measure from point to point. The last image here at the bottom is around critical structure identification. Augmented intelligence engine, we are able to recognize certain anatomy, and there are two benefits to that. One is you're aware of what the anatomy is, and the second, once we identify the anatomy, we are able to put somewhat of a no-fly zone in order to make sure that no accidents or mistakes happen while performing surgery, providing an additional layer of security for the surgeons. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Shamis to speak about our operational accomplishments and also share some financial details with you. Shamis?
Wonderful. Thank you, Anthony. Moving into the 2020 operational highlights, we had a very good year, hit a number of milestones that we were hoping to achieve. The first one being we signed 10 Senhance lease agreements during the year, and 9 clinical programs have been initiated, and completed well over 1,450 procedural cases on our Senhance robotic system. The next item was we received FDA clearance and completed our first surgical procedures using our augmented intelligence and machine vision technology called ISU, or Intelligent Surgical Unit. Received that FDA approval in the spring of 2020 and announced the first hospital completing multiple surgeries in the fall, and they continue to utilize that the ISU system on every single one of their surgeries. The next milestone was CE mark approval for the 3 millimeter instruments in Europe in conjunction with pediatric use. So we received CE mark approval, and in the fall we also announced the first hospital in the Netherlands has completed multiple surgeries with these smaller 3 millimeter instruments in pediatric cases. Just last month, we announced that we received Russian regulatory approval for the Senhance system. So this is a new territory for us, and we also announced our strategy for commercializing the Russian territory as well. Next, we made our 510K submission for the expanded general surgery indication. And with this expanded general surgery indication, it includes bariatric applications. And we're hopeful in the near term we will receive that approval as well. And finally, we established an Asia Pacific Training Center at the Saitama Medical University Medical Center in Tokyo, Japan. Asia Pacific region has been a fast-growing area for us, and we will continue to support that growth with this new medical center. Moving on to some financial highlights. Last week, we provided a corporate update. Our revenue for 2020 is estimated to be, these are unaudited numbers, 3.0 to 3.2 million. And our unaudited balance sheet highlights are cash and restricted cash of 17.5 million. However, in 2021, in the last 2 weeks, Transenterix has completed a number of transactions whereby we've actually significantly increased our cash and restricted cash balance on a pro forma basis to approximately 84 million. We currently don't have any debt except for a PPP amount on our books, which we expect that to be forgiven. And our cash runway, based on all of this activity, will take us into Q4 of 2022, so almost 2 years of cash. Next slide, please. So we're well positioned to continue to execute on our business plan, and some near-term milestones for the company include these regulatory milestones expected in the first half. We expect CE mark approval for the ISU in Europe. This would complement the ISU approval in the US. We expect to receive FDA 510K approval for the expanded general surgery indication I spoke about previously. We will also be filing an FDA 510K for the next generation of ISU. And Anthony spoke about that a few slides ago, the additional features that we hope to file on. And the final one is a 510K filing for articulating instruments. We have our articulating in Europe, and we hope to complete this filing in the first half in the US so that we can bring this additional technology to the US. Also, in the first half, we expect some peer-reviewed publications to be published. We're really excited about these. These include health economic studies of Senhance, laparoscopy, and other robotics technologies. We also expect to have published additional clinical performance of the Senhance system in various indications. And we look forward to seeing some operating room efficiency and surgeon ergonomic publications. And these are all published, these are all written by third parties, and these are submitted for peer-reviewed publications. So we're really excited about this because this is well beyond what Transenterix has been talking about for a number of years. These are third parties validating what we believe Senhance brings to the surgical community. Next, we expect continued momentum and penetration of our ISU and usage of it using the augmented intelligence and machine vision technology in all the jurisdictions that we're currently operating in. And finally, we're looking forward to further expansion of pediatric usage of Senhance in Europe.
So maybe, Anthony, for you, the first one, strategically in 2020, you guys opted to focus more on driving the adoption of Senhance rather than driving near-term revenue. Can you just remind us a little bit about why you made that decision and how that might change going forward?
Sure, Mark. I think the primary focus for us was on developing the market. I think in medtech, and especially in the surgical space, it's a crucial step to shape and educate the market and build evidence before beginning a commercial ramp up. It kind of gives the opportunity to better understand the appropriate business model for each market, because we know that not every market is the same. And that's really what we've been doing. I think we've been very successful in training.
Holy crap, guys, I am so sorry. For whatever reason, when I was doing my screen recording, this video cut out. So I'm going to do the rest of it in a separate video, which is coming right up. It's about 10 minutes. It may be less after I edit it, because I'm going to cut some parts out. Basically anything that's not important, but I think they're just going to finish up Q&A, and that's going to be all. So stay tuned for that. Also, make sure that you stay tuned, because I'm going to be putting out an updated video with information that came out, or that has come out over the last few days, and kind of what I'm expecting moving forward out of this company and out of the stock. So keep your eyes open for that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not part of the family yet, because I want you to be part of my family. You're going to learn a lot about stocks. You're going to learn about trading stocks. You're going to learn about trading options. You're pretty much going to have access to an entire community of wonderful people like myself that love helping others and that enjoy learning every single day, because that's what it's all about. Anyhow, guys, without any further ado, I will see you in the next video. If you want to watch some more of my videos right now and you're ready for that, make sure you check out my end screen and click on the thumbnails there. While I have you here, I wanted to quickly tell you about the brand new First Trade app, available for mobile or PC. The platform will give you access to powerful and easy to use tools and allows you to trade with less restrictions, zero commissions, zero fees, and you can use the first link in the description below to download a free stock today without having to deposit any money. This will greatly help out the channel and is always appreciated. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it to the end of the video. If you like what you watched, make sure you subscribe, because I put out videos just like this one every single day. And please do me a favor and smash that like button if I helped you in any way, because it really goes a long way in helping the channel out and keeps me motivated to make videos every single day. Now, there's a lot of work involved, a lot of research, and a lot of time and effort into editing and putting these out daily for you guys. You can subscribe from your screen right now, or if you want to watch one of my other videos, I'm sure YouTube has some good content picked out for you on the left-hand side of your screen now. Thanks for sticking it out with me till the end, and I will see you guys in the next video.